Dear Diary, may the energy from this week bring many blessings to the weeks coming after. Welcome back to another Creatives Audio and Visual Diary. And Diary, I'm grouping 2 weeks into one because life has just been moving. And I'm not going to lie, I've been recently caught between wanting to stay on top of capturing, not just for vlog purposes, but just for life's purposes, is making sure I'm capturing this summer that feels so blissful. But at the same time, not wanting to do anything, just keeping the phone down and being in the moment. This summer has forced me to be more intentional about scoping out my time, meaning not just doing things on the fly. I have to put it on a calendar and I have to shape my week. Revolutionary, I know, at my big age, right? So in the mode of being intentional, I made sure that I sculpted out time to give our room, meaning me and Maurice's bedroom, a little refresh. Now, I've been wanting to paint our room for some time, but earlier in the year, we weren't sure what we were going to do about our living arrangements after our lease was up in August. But we decided to renew our lease. And once we did that, I said, all bets are off. The paint is going up. Now, if you don't know, my two favorite colors are green across shades and red across shades. One of my favorite colors of red or tones of red is the maroon red, which surprisingly, but not really surprisingly, is the paint color of the year for 2025. I found this out funny enough because before I start any project, I'm a heavy researcher. I'm heavy into trends. I'm heavy into researching how colors make spaces feel and such. So I'm like researching, okay, what is the color of the year? What trends are happening right now? Like, not that I need to follow a trend, but I just like to have it confirmed in my mind that I'm just always on top of things. So I'm like, what are the colors? I already had it planned out that I wanted to do maroon on the walls, green curtains. That was always my plan. But when I went to go research it, I'm like, this is actually really trendy right now. But the thing about it, and I'm going to slow down in speaking because I'm really excited and I'm starting to speak really fast. The thing about it is, these color combos are actually very timeless. When you go back into like the 90s, 2000s, moving forward, this is such a timeless combo that like it was literally perfect. Like it's going to bring that sultry vibe every time, no matter the decade. So later that evening, I had to rush and get ready to go see my girl Lalah Hathaway with Maurice, and we were invited out by a couple friends. Hey, Toy. Hey, Marcus. But we loved Lalah Hathaway so much. So I had to rush and get ready for that because I was like painting and hanging curtains all the way up until the time I was supposed to be getting ready. We actually saw this same set last year. And when I tell you it was literally better the second time, I don't know how. It was exactly the same. She would stop the song at the same time to ask the same questions. But just the vibe of tonight was just perfect. And not to say that the first time we saw her wasn't great, because it was amazing, literally magical, beautiful night. I just think that goes to show, or that speaks to her performance, like how tight it is, the band that opens up for her, the way that she handles her show. It's all with love, and it's literally, once again, perfect. Dear Diary, speaking of the perfect vibe, I have to bring the attention back to how great this summer has been going. I think I've hit a great stride with a mix of doing things spontaneously, like we popping off for happy hour as we did this evening, and adding in work. My mommy asked me to help her shoot a reel for a new property that she was uploading. And of course, like, I'm going to do anything for my mother. But also, I just love that space. Like, I love real estate. I love to help. And also, I love reels. I love social media. Like, I'm not the one to be like, oh, social media is ruining the world. Like, I love the positives and upsides of social media. I love to be entertained. I love to scroll. I'm not shameful about that. I love it. And I love showing celebrations, specifically Black people in bliss. This day, my nephew is graduating. He's going to kindergarten. He is so sweet. He got like the overall kid award. And if I can describe this, I don't remember specifically what it said, but it was with the top in academics, like personality, just all around. Like, he's an all around kid, like a leader, period. It's so funny because like he's so mature and like he's so smart. He came right up to me After the graduation, it was like, I'm so happy. I hate this place. I was like, what? Like, the mode was very much, I've outgrown this place. I'm on to bigger and better things. And again, period. Speaking of on to bigger and better things, have y'all been seeing the hoopla about Red Lobster? So y'all know that they got a new black CEO who has been turning things around, right? So like, I'm like, okay, this is making it interesting. I'm seeing post after post about drink flights and the seafood boils and how like things are like kind of turning around, or, you know, people are going back to Red Lobster. So me and Maurice were like, okay, we need to go back to Red Lobster. Like, back in the day, Red Lobster was a black staple. Like, we're not going to act like we too good for Red Lobster. Like, we're too good to go back and frequent again. We're not going to act like that. But Red Lobster did a lot for our community. So we're going to support, especially if there's a black CEO. So we tried to go stop by. And let me tell you, in the middle of the day, it was crowded. It was an hour wait. So like, okay, so once again, like, it's Red Lobster. They've done a lot for us. But at the same time, I'm not about to wait for an hour to eat at Red Lobster. Let's be so for real. Like, I don't mean to change tone on y'all so fast, but like, let's be so for real. Like, come on. So we took our behinds over to Cheesecake Factory, who had a 20-minute wait, which sounded a lot more like it. You hear me? Dear Diary, my summer is comprised of one tournament weekend after another. If it's not Legacy AAU, it's BWP tournaments. And this weekend was a BWP tournament. The day before this, our boys, accompanied by Lalah, Sam, and a couple of our other girls in our program, played in the boys chapter of this tournament. And then we took a couple of our mentees out to dinner with us from our older teams, and one of our mentees that graduated out the program to bar taco, which was really fun. And then the next day, our girls played in their segment, and guess what? They brought that Chipiana home. They brought it home. But for the boys, it's a live tournament, so they play for their chip later in the month. The girls, it was all in one day. But there was plenty to celebrate, to say the least. Dear Diary, this new week comes with plenty more to celebrate, plenty more to be joyful about. For one, this is our break week from camp. So I have Maurice specifically planned in weeks where he does nothing in the summer, because it is him that's orchestrating, planning, and most of the time executing these things on his own on the bigger scope. He has help in his assistant Sincere, who, once again, he's our mentee that graduated out the program. But it's a lot of work to do. It's a lot of planning to do for 30 plus kids on a daily basis. So we're not going straight through all these weeks in the summer. We're going to plan weeks in between a few weeks in a row. After 2 or 3 weeks of camp, we'll have an off week, and then we'll come back and resume the next week. So this week comprised of a lot of rest, sleeping in for one, taking naps, laying down and watching movies, getting out to the pool, as you see. Also, guys, I tanned for the first time. And I don't know why this is the first time I'm doing it. It's just the first time I got around to doing it. Honestly, it's always been on my mind. And of recently, I've been seeing posts, and when I say recently, I mean like the last year, I've been seeing posts from black women saying how great tanning is for evening out their skin and such. So I was like, I need to really get into this. So this has really been something on my mind. But also, if I'm being honest, part of me did not tan because I'm very body conscious. I am actively. It's not something that I've overcome or worked through yet. I am very body conscious. I do have my stomach sac where Layla lived for 9 months, like 11 years ago, but that's neither here nor there. She lived here, and my stomach reflects that I had a baby living in it, right? So yeah, anyway, that's the reason why I've never tanned before. But I put that to the side the other day, and I was like, listen, girl, we're going to get into this tanning business. And let me tell you, I felt amazing afterwards. My skin felt amazing afterwards, looked amazing. I'm definitely getting into it. Dear Diary, welcome to another tournament weekend, this time for Legacy. This tournament is another one of those live events. Now, for Legacy, my daughter and my niece play for Legacy, and it's an AAU program that's sponsored by Puma, so they play in the Puma circuit. There aren't championship games specifically at the end of each of these tournaments, but they all play into their standings for nationals, which is coming up in a couple weeks in Florida. So we played these teams before, and most likely we'll play them again in Florida, amongst other teams that are coming in from other places around the country. I also need to add, Diary, that this is a 6th grade bracket, meaning that our girls are playing up because we have a 4th and 5th grade team. So our girls are playing up. Matter of fact, it's not specifically 6th grade, it's 12U, which means that they can be in either 6th or 7th. So if you can see in these videos, they're playing up against tall girls most of the time when they're playing in these Puma tournaments. And that also plays into how teams who have seen us before play us, right? Because they're expecting to not only beat us, but blow us out like over and over again. But that's the thing about dogs on the court, right? They're going to learn from their mistakes, and they're going to learn how to play you and beat you no matter the size. So that brings me to our Sunday game. So we're playing this team that, number one, we should have beat them the first time, right? We made a lot of mistakes, and we've since learned from those mistakes. So we're playing this team, again, jumbo players, tall, they think that they should beat us, right? One of the girls gets so frustrated on the court by us talking to our team. We're saying defense, like, the normal banter. And Maurice says something like, shoot it, to the player who had the ball on the opposing team. Girl comes over to the sideline. She's like, shut up, right? So now we laughing because we're like, number one, okay, girl, it's not that deep. It's a basketball game, but whatever. So we're cheering on our players louder now because we're like, listen, you're not going to talk to... We're adults. It's like, who the F are you talking to? She comes over to our side and says, fuck off, right? And so now, okay, now you're getting a little beside yourself, young lady. Now we're chanting even louder. Don't you know she goes over to her coach and says, they keep talking to me? He yells across the court, stop fucking talking to my players. A parent stands up to try to defend. It got wild for a sec because that little girl tried to weaponize her white girl tears. I could not believe it. I'm like, you was all big and bold, now you crying? But guess what? We won that game, just like I won this week. Until next time, Diary.